Alright you guys, welcome to today's video. As you can see, we are outside. This is a totally different background and you might be able to hear some of the nature, the birds. I also have the dogs outside with me right now because it is a gorgeous day. And honestly, I took a look at the weather and I was like, this is a perfect day to record this hopefully new series. I'm going to do this video and see how you guys like it. If you enjoy it, let me know in the comments, give me a thumbs up. And if you do enjoy it, I'm going to make more videos like this because I know a lot of you have been missing my dating series. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy. Stick around and subscribe. But if you're new, then you might not know that I used to do a whole entire dating series where I would talk about dates, my escapades, my experience, and I am now currently in a super happy relationship and we're gonna be together 2 years and I just feel like I'm in a good place. So it's hard for me to do dating videos because I'm not dating anymore. But I figured we could transition into more relationship videos. And today's topic, as you can tell by the title, is talking about meeting the parents. When to meet the parents, when is an appropriate time, my personal experience, and from both ends. I'm Asian American, so I think an Asian American experience with my family is totally different than a traditional American experience, I guess you should say. So I'm gonna dive into the details of how I met my partner's parents, how he met my family, and all of it. So I think this will be really fun, and if you guys enjoy this particular video, hopefully we can make more. And we are outside in my backyard. This is the back patio. I'm looking at the water. We live on the water. Very blessed and grateful for that. I had no idea this would be my life, and I'm just so thankful for where I am, who I'm with, and yeah, let's just jump into it. That was a really long intro, but I am really excited for today's topic. I'm just gonna start off by saying right off the rip, there is no correct time to meet the parents. I think it's more so everybody's own experience. Everybody has a different family setting as well. So whenever you feel confident and comfortable is when you should introduce your partner to your family. And I would definitely say my experience is a little bit more untraditional. My experience is not going to be everybody else's experience. So I would love to hear your story about how you met your partner's family and vice versa, how they met your family. I think just hearing everybody's stories will be really comforting. And, you know, sometimes it's a horrific moment, sometimes it's terrifying, but, you know, meeting the family is a big deal because if you are going to commit to each other, their family becomes your family. So it is a big thing and a big step in a relationship. So let me know down in the comments, sound down below, and leave your stories because I'm sure all of us would want to hear about it and read it. Let's get into my personal story time of how I met my partner's family, and then I'll do the opposite. So my boyfriend and I, when we met, it was just one of those, I hate to use the word magical, but it was one of those magical experiences where when you meet someone, you kind of know you're going to be super close with them. You connect with them right away. They're probably going to be somebody that's in your life for a long time. They're easy to talk to. Nothing is awkward. There was no nervousness. It was just super smooth flowing from the get-go. It was such a comforting experience that I knew this was something special. So I would probably say maybe a month or two into dating, I ended up meeting my partner's family, my boyfriend. I keep saying partner, but he's my boyfriend. He was comfortable with it. He actually really wanted me to meet his family because it was during the summertime and during graduation season, and his nephew was graduating college and they were having a big like party right up where his family lives, which is in Massachusetts. So he asked me if I would like to go to Massachusetts with him to the graduation party of his nephew. And obviously, being his nephew, it would be his entire family, his sister, her family, his mother, maybe some cousins of his. I was reluctant at first, as anybody should be. I was like, this might be too soon, this might be moving too fast. And all of those thoughts were going through my head, of course. And at the end of the day, I even asked him, I was like, are you sure this is like very, very fresh and new of a relationship to just introduce someone to your family, especially during a celebratory time? And he had told me that his family is very open-minded, they are very welcoming, and they're not judgmental, and they're very easygoing. So that eased my mind a little bit. He was excited for me to meet them, which also helped. And it was his idea. So when he asked me, I was kind of pushing. I was going back and forth, yes or no, yes or no. But he reassured me that it would be okay. It would be a good time. So we made the road trip. I met his family. It was exactly like he said. It was super easygoing. They were very warm and welcoming. His mom, such a doll. His sister, her kids, like all his nieces and nephews and all of that. And it was easy, but it was so easy. And I've obviously known them for 2 years now. So every time we visit them, which is a couple times a year, it is like family. And I don't regret it. Again, it was very early on than I've ever experienced meeting someone's family, but I wouldn't have done anything different. And I'm actually glad that I went. And I think more so it was him just reassuring me that it was going to be okay. So that's how and when I met my boyfriend's family. Moving on to when and how my boyfriend met my family. So my family is very different. I mentioned early on, I am Asian American. My mom and my dad are immigrants. So my mom and my brother and my niece are the only ones that are more local to us right now. So meeting the family means meeting my mom, my brother, and my niece. So my mom is very traditional Asian mom. And I know a lot of you out there can relate to me if you are, Asian American. And some other cultures are like this as well. So let me know down below if your culture is like this. But she is very much, I don't want to meet somebody unless you think you're going to marry them. So I have never introduced my mom to a boyfriend. Like formally, there was one boyfriend that she met just in passing type of thing, very light and carefree, but it was never a serious, like, where this is the day you're gonna come and meet my partner, like my lifelong partner. So it was the first time I was introducing someone to my family, and it's a huge deal. It was a big deal because I just know how my mom is. At first she said that she wanted to make sure, we were serious. And then also she had a rule that she didn't want to meet my partner until I was with them for at least a year, which is fair. I was like, you know what, Mom, that's fair. I know some people might think a year is a very long time, but I feel like in the Asian culture, it's not, because a year means like you've put in the work and effort to make it to that year and you're still together. And, I think a year is a big milestone as well in general in relationships. So her requirements were you have to, think that you're going to marry them and you have to be together for at least a year. But I mean, timing wise, it just kind of worked out that a year and a half into dating, they finally meet. So they just met this past December 2023. And I was nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was nervous because it was during our holiday party. I didn't want it to be a super formal sit down dinner because I didn't want things to be awkward. So I threw a holiday party for my friends and family, and I invited my mom, my brother, my friends. Obviously my boyfriend is there because we threw it in this house. And yeah, I think it went well because there were so many other things going on. She didn't have time to fixate on anything specific. Because, you know, sometimes a sit down formal dinner is nerve wracking because you don't know what anybody's going to say or do. Again, I really like a party setting because it's more casual. People are coming in and out. You can talk to different people. It's not just a formal, like, we're sitting down. But yeah, so it definitely took her a little bit longer than I thought, because when the 1 year mark hit, trust me, I was talking to her, calling her, trying to convince her to come out to lunch or dinner with us, and she kept saying no. Like when that 1 year mark hit and I was trying to convince her to meet my boyfriend, she said no several times. And I was getting discouraged. And finally, around the holiday time, she agreed, you know, you're going to have this party. We'll come over. We'll meet. And it went well. She said she likes him, that he's very nice. And my mom is a woman of very few words. So I'm going to take that as a win. I think a lot of Asian Americans can relate to me when I say that immigrant parents are different. Immigrant parents don't express a lot of feelings. Immigrant parents don't talk to you in detail about relationships, love, dating. It's this thing that's sometimes a little taboo depending on your family, and it was kind of like that for me. So growing up, we never had this sex talk. We never talked about sex or relationships or boyfriends. Anytime I was semi-dating someone in my younger years, my mom was like, I don't want to know about it. Like, it was something that she kind of brushed off. So this was a big step, and I'm 33 years old now. So it was a big step for her as well, which I can honestly appreciate. So yeah, it's safe to say that they do like each other. Everyone was super cordial and nice. And my boyfriend did have a conversation with my mom on the side. They went into the little like lounge area that we have in our home and just sat and talked. I don't know all those details. I'm gonna just like have him have that moment with my mom. And yeah, it was a really nice moment. And again, it was very different and opposite of how I met his family. But everybody has a different experience, and there's no wrong or right way or time. So I would say just let it go with the flow. And whenever both partners are comfortable, then that's the right time. There's an airplane going by, if you can hear that. Yeah, I would love to hear your story. Again, mine was very different, but I hope that is relatable to somebody out there. And just know it's not wrong. It's not bad. It's just different. And I knew from the beginning that whoever I dated had to be okay with waiting a year to a year and a half to meet my family, and he was okay with that, and he understood. You know, the cultures are so different, so he was very understanding. But I am very happy that he has met my family, and yeah, that is my story. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed this little background setting. Oh my gosh, I just realized we have poopy dog bags back there. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. Trying to make this such a nice video, and it's the end of the video, and then I noticed that. So I'm going to move those next time. If you guys do enjoy this background, I'm going to move those. Just ignore those. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I can make more videos like this. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!